Shalom Israel, Shalom. Kalalayim, Alahayanawa, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rakah Qadash. Double honors to the apostle and elders, a great millstone who teach well and rule well, who taught me this truth in its entirety, according to the Bible. Peace and salutation to the hopeful elect, the fellow laborers, the Akim, pushing this truth at risk of their own lives throughout the four corners of the earth. And to the Aquith listening and learning, Shalom. It's a brother Shema from the Pillars of Benjamin camp here in Toronto with another lesson. And through the spirit and power of Yahawah, Bahasham Yahawashi, the title of this lesson, they hunt our steps, right? And it's this article, prosecutors clear so-called white officer in Jacob Blake shooting, right? Came out in Reuters News. A so-called white police officer involved in the August shooting of Jacob Blake, a so-called black man in Kenosha, Wisconsin, will not face any criminal charges, prosecutors said. We'll peep this little article out of one Ratazah, and then we'll attach some scriptures.
And it is my decision now that I announce today before you that no Kenosha law enforcement officer in this case will be charged with any criminal offense.
Prosecutors on Tuesday cleared a white police officer in the August 23rd shooting of Jacob Blake, a black man in Kenosha, Wisconsin, in an incident that touched off deadly street protests and inflamed racial tensions throughout the United States. The decision was announced by Kenosha County District Attorney Michael Gravelly.
This case is really all about self-defense, and can it be proven that it does not exist? It is really evidence about the perspective of Officer Shesky. What is his knowledge at each moment? And what does a reasonable officer do at each decision point? Those would be the things that would be primary. And almost none of those things are answered by the deeply disturbing video that we have all seen.
During a police intervention in a domestic dispute that was captured on cell phone video, Shesky shot at Blake's back 7 times from close range as Blake opened the door of his car, striking him 4 times and paralyzing him from the waist down. Officials said there was a knife inside Blake's car, and Gravelly said Shesky had the right to self-defense. Earlier Tuesday, Kyle Rittinghouse, the teenager charged with fatally shooting 2 men and wounding a 3rd at an August demonstration in Kenosha, sparked by Blake's shooting, pled not guilty to first-degree reckless homicide and 5 other criminal counts.
Prepared to enter not guilty pleas to all the charges contained therein.
18-year-old Rittinghouse and his lawyer, Mark Richards, appeared before a judge via Zoom. Rittinghouse was freed from jail in November after his attorneys posted his $2 million bond. Jury selection for Rittinghouse's trial in Kenosha is scheduled to begin on March 29th. Lawyers say Rittinghouse acted in self-defense when he opened fire with a rifle on August 25th of last year.
Khan, right? You see how Esau's rules are different. You know what I mean? Than Jacob's rules, right? But it's all a part of the curses. You see me? It's all a part of the curses, right? Cause listen, Jacob's not going to be on a Zoom court hearing with his lawyer. It's just not happening, man. Jacob's going to be wearing the pumpkin suit with a live video conference from the jail cell, right? But yeah, let's get some scriptures. Deuteronomy 28, verse 49, right? And this is all the curses, man. Right? 2/3 of our people don't understand what's going on, and they want to march and protest and riot, right? Us in this truth, most high willing, we are of that number. We understand what's going on. Deuteronomy 28, verse 49. And these are the curses upon who? The Israelites. Israel being a people, not a place, right? The so-called indigenous, the so-called Latino, the so-called Negro, right? These curses from Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15 on down. These are the curses to this day that befall our people. Deuteronomy 28, verse 49. And it reads, the Lord, Yahawah, all caps, shall bring a nation against thee from afar, right? This nation that the Most High brought against thee. Who's the thee? The Israelites. Israel being a people before a place. From the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth, right? As swift as the eagle flieth, right? Esau, Edom, Idumea, the so-called white man. This is the nation that the Most High Yahawashi brought against us. Us being the children of Israel. Israel being a people before a place. A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand, right? They beat our heritage out of us through the diaspora, through slavery. They gave the indigenous smallpox, wrapped in blankets, right? Speaking their language, right? Verse 50, a nation of fierce countenance, right? Esau, Edom, so-called white man, fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, right? They don't care how old you are, young and old, nor show favor to the young. They don't care if you're young. They don't care if you're a babe out the womb. They're not going to show favor to you. They don't care if you're old, you have the hoary head. They're not going to regard it. Right? It's all the curses, man. So when we see things like this happening, right? Not guilty, held unaccountable. Zechariah chapter 11, verse 5. And it reads, whose possessors slay them. Possessors. Who's in possession of who? The possessor is Esau, Edom, so-called white man, Idumea, Babylon the Great, America the Great, the wicked elites, the banking families. They are the possessor. Whose possessors slay them, slay who? The Israelites. Israel being a people before a place. And hold themselves not guilty, right? Not guilty, right? We saw the beginning of this article. Not guilty. No criminal charges, right? Hiding behind the badge. And they that sell them say, blessed be the Lord, Yahawah, all caps, for I am rich. And their own shepherds pity them not, right? And that goes back into slavery, man, the diaspora, man, where the slave master presented you with the slave Bible and told and taught the Israelites that they were a possession, and honor your slave master, and blessed be the Lord, for I am rich. Right? That's what Esau did, man. Stockholm syndrome, love your master. Matter of fact, let's get that. Stockholm syndrome. Stockholm syndrome. To this day, Stockholm syndrome is a psychological response. It occurs when hostages or abuse victims, the diaspora, bond with their captors or abusers. This psychological connection develops over the course of days, weeks, months, or even years of captivity or abuse, right? And that's what wicked Esau Edom did to us, man. Right? Let's close out Lamentations 4, verse 18. Right? It's the curses, man. Us in this truth, we understand what's going on. 2/3 of our people are not going to get it. They're not going to understand. They're going to march. They're going to protest. They're going to light Molotovs. They're going to BLM this, BLM that, Antifa this, Antifa that. You see me? The only thing that could save us as a people, the Israelite man, the Israelite woman, is Yahawashi. Lamentations 4 verse 18, and it reads, they hunt our steps that we cannot go in our streets. Who hunts our steps? Esau Edom. Slave catchers, slave patrol, the police, the military, the government, right? That we cannot go in our streets. Our end is near, our day is fulfilled, for our end is come. Our persecutors, Esau, Edom, Babylon the Great, America the Great, banking families, the wicked elite, are swifter than the eagles of the heaven. They pursued us upon the mountains. They laid wait for us in the wilderness. Right? They've always pursued. They've always laid wait. They've always laid snares, crafty counsel. Right? To wipe out Israel off of the face of the earth. That's always been their mantra, always been their mission. Right? But we know Yahawashi is coming back to put an end to that, man. You see me? But yeah, I pray you're edified. I don't want to stay prayed up, pray without ceasing. Kwame Asherella, Wa Abad Babal.